Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Opinion Corner, where I sit in front of a mic and talk about what's on my mind today. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's third wave just dropped today, and with that comes another reaction and first impressions discussion video. Just like last wave, this wave made a lot of changes that I think will make for some pretty fun discussion points today. And as always, be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comments below about this wave, what are your favorite tracks, what are you most excited for, and leave a like while you're down there as well. And with that out of the way, let's look at the first track of the... I almost thought I was safe, huh? Maple Treeway! This is a track for sure. It was inevitable. Honestly, this is the fan favorite. Everyone loves this track. But I just never got into this in either Mario Kart Wii or 7. And also, this is the third Wii track we've gotten that was from Mario Kart 7. I think Nintendo's kind of just content on re-releasing the same 4 tracks from 7. Like, come on, there's 16 tracks in the game and you're picking the same 4 ones. Yeah, I get they're the fan favorites, but mix it up a little. Toad's Factory's right there. Move You Highway's a cool mix-up. I'm honestly not going to be surprised if they add Koopa Cape. However, I am willing to give this track in 8 another chance. My main gripes with Maple Treeway is just it feels really tough to play on Wii, and 7 doesn't really feel that great either, but the track here looks a lot wider, so it may fix the problems I have with this track. So who knows, maybe I'll like this adaptation a lot. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Maple Treeway. The next track is 3DS Rainbow Road, another pretty popular track from Mario Kart 7. And honestly, it's another one that I'm kind of meh on. I always thought 3DS Rainbow Road was really sluggish, and the theme never really spoke out to me. Though I think the slow, sluggish feelings I have about the track is probably just Mario Kart 7's engine being Mario Kart 7's engine. So maybe this will feel a lot faster in 8 and maybe more high-impact fun. Who knows? Visually though, I'm really impressed. I really like the bright colors that they have on the road. I think it looks so sick. Like playing through it right now, the rainbow road looks really nice with the glossy effect, and Saturn's rings look pretty sick. I'm wondering if there could be some cool 200cc shortcuts, because there's that end cut at the end that can make for some really funny comebacks. That'll be interesting to see. I don't know. But thank God Nintendo redeemed themselves after that Maple Treeway disaster. Get that out! We got GBA Boo Lake! This was my GBA most wanted track. That was not grammatically correct. Let me restart. GBA Boo Lake was my most anticipated GBA track, so I am very, very excited to see this return. I'm so glad with how this looks. When I saw this come in Tour, I was like, oh, wait a second. I love how it mixes underwater and it just goes up and down, and it's so cool. I love how they handled this track. It reminds me of the update that they made in Mario Kart Wii that was also really sick. Honestly, I love both adaptations. This is just really exciting. I'm super excited for this. A welcome addition. Very underrated track. Glad to see this in the pack. Next, we have Berlin Byways, another one I'm pretty excited for. I really like the theming. I think if I recall correctly, you can go into the subways in this track, so you can do that as an alternate route, and that's super fun to do. And I'm a big fan of the track, though that's a pretty cold take, I feel, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people like this track for the music. So very excited to see how this plays in 8. Next up is Rock Mountain, another one I'm really excited for. Super excited for the shortcut bagging potential that this has, because like I say in every single one of these videos, this game needs a lot more bagging / neutral tracks, and the entire grass cut where you can just cut through with a star, maybe a golden, shock dodge, that kind of stuff can put you back into the race, and there's a lot of room to go with, so lots of cool potential to come from this track. Very excited to see this come back too. What else do we have? DS Peach Gardens. We saw this in the first teaser trailer from this summer. I think it was September. So not exactly the summer, but this one aesthetically looks really fun. Instead of making them generic hedges, they switched it up and made them into, I don't know what the term is. I know there's probably a term for it, but they're hedges that are trimmed to look like the characters, and I think that's super nice. I think they did simplify the hedge maze a little though as an exchange, but I don't know if that really matters. I guess when you're looking at preserving the original track layout, that kind of sucks, but now it's more symmetrical, which I kind of like. And then the item boxes at the start, or at the start of the footage, they're all lined up, so whatever path you take, it's super wide. I kind of like that. Gives you a lot of room to play around with. Something else that I noticed that I didn't bring up in the main channel, because I only realized this after I watched other content creators talk about it, They nerfed the Peach Gardens cut. I have no idea if that will change anything of this track, because that shortcut wasn't super crazy. It was like, I think this was a neutral track in Mario Kart Wii, so having that would have been really nice for 8, but they shortened that and made it noticeably smaller now. So we'll have to see how it plays. Who knows? Hopefully this doesn't become another one of Mario Kart 8's 80th front-running tracks. What else did they add? London Loop. This one I don't really have any opinions on. I think this is the only track that I have not played that is unique to Tour, because I think this released in the time that I just didn't play the game. So I have no idea how this layout goes. I'm going to go into this completely blind when this comes out on December 7th. Very exciting. And yeah, nothing much that I can really say here. The last track, Merry Mountain. This one I'm super excited for. This is also one of the tracks that I was anticipating for, just because I think it's such a cool Tour track. The start has a lot of paths that you can take that all feel really fun to take. And then it gets a bit standard, admittedly, and then there's a lot of free space at the end, but the start presents itself super strong with its theming. Having a Christmas town with all these Christmas lights, the telephone poles at the end, gifts coming around. This track is so cool. I'm super excited to see this one as well. And yeah, that's all. Wow, okay. I went through those pretty quickly. So honestly, this is a good wave. I don't know if this is better than Wave 2, though I might be biased because Wave 2 had a lot of shortcuts that influenced my opinions on Wave 2 in general. I think it also added some really good tracks. SNES Mario Circuit 3 is a great bagging track with all the space that it gives you. Calamari Desert, surprisingly not so much. It's a lot shorter. And then Snowland and Mushroom Gorge have those gap cuts that are really fun to pull off. Sydney Sprint and New York Minute are fun tracks. Sydney Sprint is probably one of my favorite Tour City tracks probably as of now. Waluigi Pinball is just a classic fun time. And Sky High Sunday is a track, for sure. But big fan of this wave. So, like the last episode, I am going to count and tick off my most wanted tracks from that one video I did, where I picked one track from each Mario Kart game that I wanted to see come back. So that ticks off 2 from the list, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's Merry Mountain and Boo Lake. I wonder what I want to see next wave, honestly. Out of the ones that I picked here, I guess my top 3 would be Airship Fortress, Bowser's Castle. Any single GBA Bowser's Castle would be sick. Maybe even SNES. I would take SNES Bowser's Castle anytime, especially 3. 3 is really fun. And DS Mario Circuit would be super sick to see. They added Shroom Ridge, the underdog pick, underrated track. So maybe they'll add the second. Actually, there's a lot of underrated tracks in Mario Kart DS. It had a really good Nitro track selection. But yeah, that's where the list stands now. Those are my thoughts and opinions. I will dedicate a little bit of this for the leaks, because I want to talk about that a bit, which is why I kept this to the end. So if you guys want to exit out now, then feel free to do so. And with that warning, let's talk about the leaks. I'm going to make it a bit brief, just because I'm not super informed on it. But yeah, from what I understand, Maple Treeway was moved up. So they changed the order. So we're not sure yet if it's going to be Waluigi Stadium or Wario Coliseum, according to the music leak. Honestly, I don't know if Waluigi Stadium will work on Mario Kart 8. And I like to see new tracks come in, of course. So if anything, I hope that music leak ends up being Wario Coliseum. And I don't know, hopefully because of this mix-up, maybe Nintendo will actually change up the orders last second, which I hope is the case, because I really hope there's more than 2 N64 tracks. I would love to see Bowser's Castle come back. Man, I bought a lot of Bowser's Castles, actually. They brought back so many Rainbow Roads. I don't think it's far-fetched to think that they'd bring back a ton of Bowser's Castles too. Come on, those are just as iconic as Rainbow Roads. They're in every game! So yeah, that was the leak segment, which means that marks the end of this video. Be sure to subscribe to the main channel if you don't want to miss out on my live reactions to Wave 3, as well as a fun room with my friends. Those are always really fun to make, so hope you guys are looking forward to this Wave's episode. And be sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more miscellaneous Mario Kart stuff. I guess I'm turning this into a Mario Kart channel now with some extra stuff that I throw in as a second channel does. But yeah, I'll also do a ranking video when Wave 3 comes out, so be sure to look out for that on this channel. And then the fun recording session with my friends and stuff will be on the main channel. And with that, I will leave you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Opinion Corner, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.